Well, hello there, Tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and here in front of you, you can see the XM66F. This tank was only released once during the Christmas event this past year, and it still hasn't been sold since, which is actually quite surprising to me. This tank is pretty rare, and I actually don't see many people playing it, even though I know for a fact a lot of people did spend money to actually get this thing during the event. And in today's video, I will showcase what this tank is actually capable of, because in my opinion, this is one of the strongest tank destroyers in Tier 10 currently. Let's take a look at its stats. So starting off with the gun, it deals 410 damage a shot on its standard, 350 on the premium, and 470 damage on its high explosive. So it is a lower alpha damage tank. It does have 10 degrees of gun depression, which comes in really handy because this thing has pretty good turret armor. As for its gun handling, its aim time is 4.1 seconds on the slower side there, and its dispersion of 0.277 while using refined gun is actually really nice. So the gun overall, it hits most of its shots, so that's fantastic indeed. And as for the penetration, it has 292 on the standard, 384 on the premium, and 70 on its HE. So overall, the gun's very nice on this tank. And another thing that's really nice about it is the mobility. It goes 40 forward and, yes, 20 in reverse. For an American tank, that is absolutely amazing. And honestly, it's pretty amazing for any tank in general in Tier 10. And it also has the emergency track mechanic, so if you do get tracked in place, you can still go backwards at 7 kilometers an hour. Now, in terms of the armor profile of this tank, its turret is pretty strong. It does have a couple of weak spots, though, and those consist of weak gun mantlet cheeks, like basically the little slots right beside the gun mantlet. You can pen those pretty easily, as well as the upper and lower plate are fairly weak unless you're playing it hull down. So you do have to be careful to an extent when playing this tank, even hull down, especially with the buff to calibrated shells. I know I say this in almost every single video, but it really did change the majority of tanks' armor profiles and their effectiveness. So yeah, do be careful about the armor profile, but honestly, the tank's mobility and its gun make up for the, let's say, not insane armor profile. This tank is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to be making my way towards medium side on Molendyke here, because I do see the majority of my team is already heading over there. This is a very, very good support tank. You don't want to be playing this camping in a TD bush like that Sheridan's doing. You do want to be more front line to mid line in this vehicle, because it does have enough armor to do so. So, let's see what we can do this battle here. We do have a 62A up against us here, and it looks like the majority of their team is going this way. However, they do have one tank in B. I don't really know which one that would be yet, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. I'm going to make my way to where this STB has been, and I'll kind of just sit hull down here. It's super nice having 10 degrees of gun depression. It means that working a spot like this is not very difficult, and it seemed like it was their IS-7 who made that play. Interesting. Well, I did see their 183 did get spotted back in that TD bush, so I'm going to be a little bit careful here. But I am also going to be more aggressive than you might expect. That's because I do want to hold off their team from continuing to push onto this corner here. The only issue is 62A seems to be shooting at me. Well, that's okay. I get a 414 damage shell right into his tank. And yeah, so far, nothing much has happened. Their Batchat has somehow died already. And I'm basically just going to keep sitting here until more of their team gets spotted, because I am not pushing up any further than this house with that 183 sitting in the back there. No, thank you. Let's see if the 62A pokes this corner again. Oh. Is he running? Man's running, and he got bled like crazy for it. Not the best play, I will say that. We are down on base cap, but it's not going to matter, I don't think, this game. So, their Rhino's also in mid. Interesting. It looks like their 183 did shoot, so I'm going to make a play and try and get a shot into this Chieftain. There we go. And, ooh, their Minnow's also sitting back here. Let's load a heat shell. Get one into his lower plate. He does pen me for 480, but we do pen him twice. You can see the nice DPM of 3,400 on this tank. is actually really... I like the DPM of this thing. It's nothing too crazy, but because of the low alpha, I actually like having a tank like this that has a quick reload, because it means, yeah, I don't know, you're just able to pump out a lot of damage really quickly. So that 183 is finally dead, so I'm able to now move up, and their minnow is on like 200 health, so I don't really care about him at this point. What I do care about is this full health IS-7 giving me his rear, so I am going to get one shot into him. And I'm going to ignore the 62A for now. Don't really care if he does shoot at me or not, but it doesn't look like he is. So let's make our way over towards this IS-7, and you can see the nice 10 degrees gun depression helping me out there. Do also have the rear of this Rhino. I was hoping to get an HE shell into him, but he got behind that house just in time. So unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's get another shell into this IS-7. Nice 513 max roll. Let's back up with our nice 20 reverse speed before he can shoot me. Let's get another one in. You can see, nice reload on this tank. The accuracy has also been pretty good to us this game, and goodbye. Just like that, you can see why the tank is so strong. I was able to play it super aggressive, and I just sort of waited for their team to make mistakes, and then I punished them for that with my good DPM. That's basically how this tank plays. And I'm really surprised that more people don't play this who do actually own it, because I know for a fact a lot of people own this tank. Yeah. Anyways, 4,700 damage for our first game, and we did in fact ace it, because obviously, since no one really plays this tank, it's very easy to ace it. So if you do have this tank, and you are someone who likes to grind tons of credits, then this might be the tank that you should probably... undust from your garage and get it out and play it. Anyways, let's get into game number 2 here. Let me take a sip of my ginger ale. Oh, yes. All right. We're on Hellas. Interesting map. And an interesting enemy lineup as well. They do have a Grill and a 183 and an E4 for their TDs. On the other hand, we have a 113 GFT, which is probably the most broken tank destroyer out there right now. So, in terms of our lineup is just straight up stronger than theirs. But we'll see how it actually plays out in terms of what our team does. So, I'm going to make my way towards heavy side. Again, sticking with your team in this tank is very important. And since you are, of course, a support vehicle, it's best to support your team where you can. So let's make our way semi-aggressive up towards this middle area here. You know what? I'm going to hopefully be able to take that 57's position because he is on a clip reload. So let's start dumping our shells into this IS-7. I am going to pop my adrenaline because this IS-7 is probably going to be very screwed in just a second here. There we go. We do 58 damage. Oh, yes, sir. And just like that, one tank is now dead. I don't know what their grill's doing. Interesting. Well, let's see if I can load an HE shell. Oof. Man doesn't have Spall Liner. Oh my god, I was actually able to kill him there. Incredible stuff right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is why you run Spall Liner. Oh boy, here's the 183 as well. Rather not get shot at by him. I don't know what he's aiming at, but okay. Let me get by this wall here so he can't shoot at me anymore. Just like that, we're already at 2,100 damage, and that's counting not the fire damage. So we're actually over 2,100 damage right now. We are probably at 2,600. Actually, we're probably at over 3K right now. So yeah, you can see, like, this tank is just so nice. We're able to get a bounce from that E75, obviously because we were able to back up using our nice reverse speed and getting our lower plate hidden. So all that's really left is a standard B. That was a horrible shot from me. I don't know what I was aiming at there. But yeah, doesn't really matter to me at all. Standard B is dead, and all that's left is a chieftain who, for whatever reason, decided to go into our spawn. I mean, I did say our lineup was stronger. That's not really why we won this game. Their enemy team was just kind of bad. So, yeah, not much else to say about that game. Again, this tank, it's just so nice and easy to farm damage in. And it's really, really a fun tank. I haven't played much in it, actually. I might start playing it more now, though, because I have been enjoying it these past few days. I have tested it a little bit a couple days ago, and I was like, I should make a video on this tank because I think it's really strong right now. That was a horrible shell from me. I don't know how that bounced, but oh well. We do probably around 4,000 damage for our second battle, and if anything is said from the first game, we're probably going to ace it again. Let's see here. 4,000 damage, pretty much on the dot. 3 kills, and we do ace it again. Very nice indeed. Let's see if we can ace it 3 games in a row. But you can see here, like, if you're playing this tank for a lot of games, and you're doing well in it, you're gonna make a boatload of credits. Like, it's kind of crazy, actually. And I'm a big fan of how Wargaming set up the aces to where you can just kind of farm credits off of tanks that don't have many players using them. But yeah, game number 3 on Normandy. A very good map for this tank because we are able to use its amazing gun depression pretty much anywhere, depending on where the team goes. It doesn't really matter. If our team goes mid, then I will be able to work this mid spot. And if our team does what they are doing right now, then I guess I will just sit over here by the bowl. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what their team does. They do have an STB, which is a very strong hull down tank. They do also have a Foch who got insanely lucky. And, bruh, man got so lucky. He got saved by that dead plane right there. Crazy. Well, that's a bit annoying, but let's see here. Is this STB gonna poke me? That's the question. Hopefully he does, but as of right now, he's not really doing that. He's kind of just bleeding out to the rest of my team. This Foch is very, very bold indeed. Don't know why he keeps poking this. Like, thank you, Foch. That's great. It's great, bro. You're doing a great job. Oh, yes, sir, you are. Goodbye. And, wow. This enemy team has just been very special indeed. Not much else for me to say about this team. Like, I don't really know what this chieftain's plan is here. Looks like the majority of their team is actually going to be on this side of the map, so I do have to be a bit more careful about this. I am going to play fairly passive, and it looks like our T92E1 is taking a lot of damage from this chieftain, and so am I, actually. I do get a nice heat shell into his... I don't even know where I shot him with heat. I'm going to be honest. Probably his turret. But, yeah. It's not looking good for this side of the map. However, our team is, well, I was going to say cleaning up the other side. But, I mean, our team is actually kind of... I don't know what they're doing on that side of the map. I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of just yapping right now. Because I don't know what's really going on in this game. Our T92 is pretty much screwed now. Goodbye, sir. Unfortunate, and honestly, I'm just going to do my best here to try and hold this off. I'm probably going to die, though. Ooh, wait. Chieftain does bounce that. And you know what? I'm going to use this house as cover because this AMX seems to not be the best of players. So he seems to be YOLOing me, hopefully. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. AMX screws that up a lot. And I'm probably still dead. But, let's see. Unfortunate. I do die, but I dealt over 3,300 damage, so hopefully the team can clean this up. And unfortunately, it ended up being a loss, so I don't think I'll be acing the tank this game. But, yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised the team lost that. We had some decent holding going on my side of the map, but oh well, I guess they just had better positioning overall. We still did okay, 3,300 damage, and I mean, the tank is just fantastic. I love this tank, and if it ever comes out again for gold, I definitely recommend people pick this up. Anyways, for any of you out there who are not yet subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend you do so, as it's a great way to support my content, as we are almost at 3,000 subscribers, which is kind of nuts. And for the rest of you, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.